Okay, welcome back to another episode. Today I'll be talking about the Micro E Mini NASDAQ 100 futures contract. We'll be discussing the 9:30 open and the observations from that session. Before we begin, please understand that this content is provided for educational and informational purposes only. Nothing discussed in this video should be considered financial, investment, or trading advice. I am not acting as your personal advisor. Any examples, trades, or market commentary shared reflect me and my own analysis, and all financial decisions remain your sole responsibility. So here we have it on the daily chart. We have the daily suspension block, right? We have it graded out with its levels. We have the quadrant levels in there, and we have that broken down. So we have that level. So this gap, that gap combined is there's a suspension block there. So we really want to see if price wants to get above it, come down, maybe quick retest, and then trend higher. We can also get above it too, and then just go, so that it doesn't have to require a retest of that. And if we do, my eyes go to, if this thing does start to run bullish, my eyes get to the equal highs. For a long-term objective, the equal highs. So this high and that high, that would be the buy side. There, right? But the immediate range, and I'll get into the hourly chart too. But the immediate range, this high here, we can get above this high and close above that high, and we could possibly see some continuation higher. And just to show you what this looks like on a hourly chart, it looks like that. And then since this is the chart that I use to mark up my higher time frame objectives on. So this isn't my executable chart. This is just where I kind of just go into the market and kind of see where the lots of liquidity pools are and what the efficiencies are. If we were to get above this high here, the next inefficiency will be this fair value gap here on February, what's that, 3rd at 9 a.m. And then this one right here, I just took the high. So these equal highs, I just took the level. Let me make it a little bit darker. So I took the level and I just paired it. So normally what you would do is you would pair it way down here on that high. But since we kind of closed that in and there's buy side above that, I just elected to move it up a little bit. And then what I would do is I would drop this back down to the level that I like. But again, if we continue to trade higher, you got these buy stops here, which is a low resistance liquidity run. This high is lower than this high, so that's a low resistance liquidity run. We could punch up and through there. And then you have these smaller relative equal highs, but my eye automatically goes to this SIBI here to want to see a possible rebalance. And then once we get to that area, we can figure out what price may want to do next based off how it's repricing and characteristics for that session. So here we are, the 30-minute chart. So this was yesterday's price action where we traded down, right? And then we ended up trading higher, repricing back into the newest new week opening gap, consolidated in here, and then we ran higher. The target would have been this fair value gap here, essentially. So we can put that on the charts. And then what we'll do is just draw it out in time here. Get that properly calibrated. So first of all, I only want on the 30 down. The high of this candle comes in at 60.25. So let's calibrate that. And then the low of that fair value gap candle comes in at 46 even. So let's make sure that we get that correct. All right, and then we'll drop back down to a 15.5, and then the one was where we'll talk about business. So 15, that's what today's price action looks like on the 15th. From the 9:30 open, traded up into the fair value gap found on the 30-minute chart, 5-minute, and then the 1 minute. So here we are, we have it with the 1 minute. And what I would do is I would slide this back, bring the color up a little bit so you can see it. Cool. All right, so Here is 9:30 open. We put a vertical delineation on that. There, right? And then at 9:30 open, you just see a straight price run higher. Okay, and obviously, don't see any retracements before we get up into the premium level here. And we don't see any. We see this here, right? Nothing in here starts to excite me. The thing that I look to capitalize on is the one-sided price movement. So the 9:30 open up to here, something that I'll be looking for, or just one-sided price movements. Normally the 9:30 open normally gives you a 9:30 with the 9:50 and 10:10 macro normally gives you some type of excitement in the market, whether you're reaching for inefficiencies or liquidity. A lot of time there'll be one-sided movements, or you'll see a one-sided movement coupled with the retracement to be able to get into the second leg of the stage run. But here we don't really have anything for the AM session as far as the one-sidedness. Now I'm sure if you were to get down on the 30-minute or the 30-second or the 15-second chart, you'll be able to find something inside of this. But since I work off the 1-minute chart, I have to be content with no entry for today, as far as for the AM session, right? So that's just a quick review about the AM session. We could see possible higher prices. I have this inversion fair value gap marked out. We got above it, traded down into it twice, and then now we just continue to see if they want to continue to press prices higher, headed into the 2 o'clock, 2 p.m. Eastern time trading session. And again, if we were to get higher, the objectives for upside will be so we're already inside of this fair value gap, so you can use this high and that high. So this high and that high as your upside objectives. The low hanging fruit would be the first high, and then for best case scenario would be the high that I am marking out as buy side liquidity pool. Boom. And then you want to see price gravitate into that, and in that price run, does it offer you an entry with logical stop management and sound money management for a tape reading exercise. So thank you again for stopping by. If these videos are being helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Until the next one, talk soon.